Hello everyone, my name is Aksana. This video is about money line in Matrix of Destiny. Energies on the money line show what can be done and what shouldn't be done to improve your finances. There are 3 points that I will review. Point of entrance on the screen, it's energy number 4. Number under the dollar, it's energy number 11, and point of exit, energy number 7. And point of entrance, when we manifest the positive characteristics of that energy, it's like opening a door to your finances. Often that energy also describes the industry or occupation. So I will mention what industries and occupations are associated with each energy. However, when choosing occupation, don't limit yourself to that point only or even to money line only. Because occupation should be chosen based on your potential, based on your talents, what motivates you, based on what you're good at. So for sure, other areas of the matrix should be considered as well. So the best approach here is to implement the main principles of that particular energy. The number under the dollar sign describes how the work should be done, what principles are important when it comes to work and money, and what can improve your money flow. And point of exit, it's also called a balance point between relationships and finances, shows what negative characteristics and actions may ruin your finances and your relationships. The first and the second energies are never located on the money line, so I will start with the third energy. The keywords of the third energies and what can describe it the best are nurturing, caring, feminine energy. It's about fertility, maternity, kids, relationships with women, beauty. It's about understanding the material world really well, value high quality, knowing how to manage resources, how to grow something with care, and then to collect excellent results. In other words, it's about creating prosperity. So the main idea here is to own the process with full responsibility. And by process, I mean anything. It could be a project, a family, business, a garden, or taking care of pets. So the sense of ownership is important, taking a good care for the best results. And also for financial stability, it's important to have good relationships with women, especially with your own mother. There is a strong correlation between relationships with your mother and your finances. So it's important to have healthy, harmonious relationships, healthy separation, so there are no conflicts and no over-attachment or any dependency. And your money will benefit if you create caring, nurturing, and kind atmosphere around yourself. Add beauty. It could be as simple as bringing treats to work or take care of the pet or a plant. Anything that will activate the nurturing side of you will have a positive effect on your finances. For women, it's very important to emotionally support their partner, to choose love and care over being overly demanding, pushy, or bossy. Finances usually grow when you start a family and have kids. Again, this all activate the nurturing and caring side of you. Third energy may also mean passive income. And very often women who don't work and being financially supported by their partner or even by their kids, they have third energy in the entrance point. Either way, it's important to have projects, to take care of your body, to look nice, to do crafts, take a good care of your house. And for those of you who have a career and manage people, it's great if you take a good care of them. If you avoid micromanagement when you're a fair and caring boss. For men, it's important to be responsible, to provide for the family, to respectfully treat women in general, making sure your wife or a girlfriend is happy. This will have a good effect on finances. If, let's say, the divorce has happened, child support is a must. If a man is trying to avoid child support, it may ruin his finances or cost him a business. In general, anything that goes against the principles of third energy has a negative effect. To name the few, it's any harm to women and kids, not willingness to have kids, abortions, when we put money first and do everything just for money, when there is total control, pressure on people, harshness, aggressiveness, quick temper, inability to compromise and negotiate. Or if there is an opposite, not the willingness to take care, irresponsible, immature actions will also have a negative effect. And occupations or industries that are associated with third energy, it's anything related to any type of production. So it's adding goods, especially if it's a high quality goods, into material world. It's agriculture, finances, management, business, fashion, beauty, hospitality, childcare, maternity, working with females in general, or having a passive income. Fourth energy. Fourth energy is about being a wise, powerful leader who is taking responsibility, who can organize business, taking control of processes. It's a similar idea of owning the process as I mentioned for the third energy, but it's more on a strategical level. It's about skillfully making money, treating people like a loving father. Your finances will benefit when you are given opportunities to others to make money, when you're providing for a family, protecting the weak ones. So being active, responsible, and productive is a key. It's also important to use your leadership skills and power with good intentions. For women, it's important to treat men with respect, avoid attitudes that you can do way better than them or without them. There is a direct correlation between finances and relationships with father and men in general. Avoid using your power and authority for a purpose of destruction, pressure, or violence. Otherwise, very quickly, everything may be lost. Learn to recognize and correct your mistakes, to forgive, and to compromise. And occupations and industries, it's anything related to leadership, management, business, real estate, and investment. Fifth energy. When fifth energy is on the money line, it's important to keep things organized. So everything must be in order and have its own place. Do your job with honest effort and dedication. Follow the rules and instructions. Also, not to forget that there is a direct relationship between your finances and the situation in your family. It's good if you keep in contact with your relatives, you respect your father, and respect hierarchy overall. Being open to new knowledge is important, learning new skills, sharing your knowledge with others, being a student and a teacher at the same time. Try to avoid any disorder and chaos, being too conservative and stubborn, not willing to share your knowledge and information, arrogance and intellectual pride will all have a bad effect on your finances, including attitudes, I know much better than anybody else, or only my opinion is correct. Or in opposite, when there is a lack of confidence in your knowledge and skills, thinking that you need to learn a bit more to accept promotion, for example, or start teaching or start sharing your knowledge. It's important to put your knowledge into practice rather than to keep collecting any information or any knowledge. When knowledge is not used, it becomes a spoiled seed that will never sprout. So make sure you don't turn your valuable knowledge and skills into that unused seed. And occupations and industries, it's anything related to analytics, numbers, logic, education, teaching, speech, bookkeeping, family support, religion, laws, instructions, and logistics. Sixth energy, the energy of love, relationships, choice, beauty. So, when it comes to sixth energy, love is a key. Money comes to you through creation of beauty, feeling love and harmony. And it's very important to cultivate those feelings in yourself. It's important to take care of yourself, treat yourself well. You'll do well financially if you love your job. Taking a job just for the paycheck isn't for you. Make sure to spread love and vibes around you. Be generous with your emotions, your compliments. Create harmonious relationships with people. Just being the one who it's always a pleasure to talk to is ideal. Add personal touch in whatever you do. Create comfort and beauty both at work and at home so that everyone feels welcomed. Don't forget about yourself. Satisfy your wishes even during financial struggles. Avoid putting money and career above relationships. And other things that have negative effect are low self-esteem, lack of love towards yourself, idealizing other people, avoiding social gatherings or personal relationships, conflicts, unwillingness to connect and to be in relationships, struggling to make a choice and regretting it later, breaking someone's relationship. And occupations and industries, anything related to communication, customers, creating beauty, design, fashion, being helping others to look stylish, to make decisions, to build relationships, it's administration type of work, any business that brings positive emotions, like organizing events and celebrations, for example. Seventh energy. Seventh energy is about team, drive, goal, leadership, motivation, actions, achievements, success, victory, cooperation, challenge. So money and success come through active movement, dedication, ability to work in a team. Ideally, if you can build a team and become an engine of that team, a leader who can motivate rather than force, who is able to organize the process so that everyone is comfortable, who can set clear goals and a plan how to achieve those goals together. There are only two rules. Those goals shouldn't harm anyone, and others should benefit from those goals too. So it shouldn't be just for yourself. Avoid taking everything on your shoulders and do everything alone with attitudes that no one is better than me. That approach will result in lots of struggle and will have a negative effect on your finances. Great if you have an opportunity to move, to travel, to drive a lot. This will also activate seventh energy. Good if you're engaged in active sports, even better if it's a team sport. Share your positive experience of success with others, help others to succeed. Make sure to grow and develop professionally and personally. This is also important. Avoid aggressive competition. Other things that bring this energy down are laziness, stagnation, lack of goals, unwillingness to work, to take responsibility, lack of confidence, or an opposite, working too hard without a break is also not good. And with seventh energy, when the person working too much, working too hard without any breaks, what can happen is that they lose their mobility. The car may break or something happens with their health, so you gotta watch for that as well. And occupation and industries, it's anything associated with leadership, teamwork, coaching, movement, driving. It could be any business and travel. Eighth energy. Eighth energy is about balance. It's about law of karma, being honest, keeping promises, formal documents, contracts, system, professionalism. With 8th energy on the money line, it's important to be professional and show your professionalism. The work must be stable, clear, and predictable. It's important to have a written contract with clear work description, rules, and policies. Everything should be in order and in balance, especially when it comes to work and money. Great if you can keep track of all income and expenses. 8 energy is about accuracy, and bookkeeping will attract more money. Be honest and fair in how you manage your money and work. If you're self-employed, it's very important that your professional activity is officially registered, taxes are paid, and all documents are in place. If you get into debts and loans, if everything seems very expensive and unfair, if it feels that everyone is trying to steal from you and you see thieves and scammers are everywhere, this is a clear sign that 8th energy is disbalanced. Learn from life lessons, accept any difficulty with dignity and emotional balance. Stay calm, take responsibility, be honest, manage any give-receive disbalance. And remember that 8th energy is a mirror. The more you give, the more you get. The main lesson of 8th energy is to understand that everything is fair simply because the roots of any situation are in the past. So instead of fighting to make it fair, it's wiser to learn from that situation, take responsibility for it, and move forward. When 8th energy is disbalanced, the person does not see the entire picture and complains about consequences. So understanding the law of karma, accepting it, and implementing it in your life is a key for better finances. Possible occupations here are anything related to being part of the system, could be corporate world, business management, power and politics, laws, documentation, bookkeeping, anything related to karma and numbers. The energies 9 through 22 will be reviewed in future videos. Thank you for watching. Your support is much appreciated. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time.